In this lesson, number 3, we'll see how to do zooming, undo, and scaling. Put the cursor wherever you want to start an area to zoom. Press the left mouse button, drag, and zoom in. Put the box around what you want to zoom into. Let go. Put the arrow, put the mouse cursor inside the box, and right click. Okay, right click. Then it zooms in onto that region. If you want to zoom again, draw another box, put the arrow inside, right click. If you want to undo all of that, just right click anywhere and it goes back to full scale. I like to do zooming, especially in the 0 to 500 range, in this fashion, so that I can see weak peaks, such as these. These 2 peaks are due to tin, a very minor tin contamination. So I can now label that by using this peak identify key, and I could add it to the added percent table. I call that SN3D. Accept, and it adds a label. And the added percent didn't catch. Let me fix that. We got, in this case, it's a 5. Except now we have 0.2 added percent of 10. Okay, so I right-clicked and zoomed everything out. Now I can also zoom into this region in this fashion. And another way we can zoom in is by using the Shift key and using this roller scroll wheel on your mouse. So I'm holding the Shift key and moving the scroll wheel on my mouse. Okay, so if you want a little more fine control, I let go of that and I can right click and it all goes back to full scale. Okay. Let's change this back to binding energy, which we're used to. Oops, binding energy for XPS, and it's in electron volts. Accept. Okay, now we're back to binding energies. Now the next thing we want to cover is the undo function. If you look up here, you can see the undo has a red color, and I can actually go backwards in time and undo all of the things that I have done. Now, here I have stored the data in memory. I can no longer go backwards in time. The undo button is now transparent. But I can redo everything, bring it all back. Redo, redo, redo. Okay, now I'm at the most recent version of the redo. I had done a backscattering subtraction routine, okay, in order to produce this spectrum. If I go to undo, I can bring it right back. Okay, so we can also come over here. If I choose the high res for the carbon, I can start peak fitting things, adding a baseline. I'll add a Shirley type baseline. I can move it around as I please, adjust the window size, hit accept, it turns black. Then I can put a peak in there. I'm going to start doing a peak fit, add 1 peak. It adds that. Now it automatically jumps another 1.2 EV or whatever I set it to. Okay, so now it has added all those peaks, and I can tell it to start the peak fit. It has finished the peak fit. I close that, peak fit is done. And now I can undo things and hide things. Let's undo things. Undo, took out that last peak. Undo, took out that peak. Undo. And then I can bring them all back. Okay, as I please. Let's do a little scaling. I showed you one type of scaling. One was press the Shift key and roll the mouse wheel until I get what I want. I can bring it all the way down. Another way, if I don't press the Shift key, it will expand. Okay? So there's two ways to zoom in on the different aspects of any particular spectrum. Just use the wheel, move this, or if you want, of course, you can come up here and use the XY capabilities, okay? And if you want to reset the XY capabilities, you choose this. That's it for this lesson, so we'll stop at this point. Thank you.